How do you build and introduce business coaching in a country where business coaching is literally unknown? Today, our conversation is with Satyam Garg, Master Licensee for Action Coach in India. He will share with us key insights into how to grow a dynamic franchise network while at the same time assisting thousands of small business owners grow their business in India. So let's get to it. What do you feel are the top qualities that someone needs to be successful in franchising?
I feel someone who's looking at investing into a franchise business, the first and the foremost quality that we are looking at is, the business acumen. It's all about business. Franchising is all about replicating a proven model. So understanding the nuts and bolts of running a business is very, very crucial. So when me or my team are evaluating or speaking to a prospective franchise, we always look at the background, the number of years of experience they would have in a job, or the number of years they would have spent running a business or building a business. So that's the first and the foremost thing that we look at. Second, running a business is all about managing people, the stakeholders. So people skills really play a very, very crucial role. So, as a franchisee, you're just not managing your employees or teams, but you're also managing relationship with various stakeholders, your franchisors, the other franchisee in the system. So emotional intelligence really goes a long way. And finally, I would say, it's the perseverance, like any entrepreneurial venture, there will be challenges. The ability to power through setbacks is indispensable. One of the things that I always, tell anyone who's evaluating a business opportunity is, don't just ask about the ROIs. Don't just invest in a business because this business opportunity is trending, or your friends are doing well at it. Look at picking up a business that you enjoy doing in the long run, because when you start a business, it will bring in a lot of setbacks, it will bring in a lot of difficulties, but if you enjoy the process, then you will have the strength to overcome those challenges as well. And that's where I feel perseverance plays a very, very crucial role. So these are some things that we really look at while selecting a franchisee, and they play a very, very crucial role, I would say.
What questions, as someone that's not new to franchising, should I be asking you, the franchisor, about the business in general?
It all starts with, what's the brand story? What's the franchisor story of how the business started, how their growth trajectory has been, and what's their market saturation. I would also like to ask the franchisor of, the ongoing support the franchisor provide. It's just not about the training, hand holding, but it's also about, the systems, the processes, the hand holding. If I don't, I'm not doing well, are you there to hand hold me through that process? So what's apart from training and, hand holding that you're bringing really to the table? And one of the key elements that I would definitely say would be, how much autonomy do I have as a franchisee in decision making? Is there any flexibility or not, or do I need to just follow all the rules in the system? So these are some of the questions that typically I would ask, when I'm looking at investing into a franchise business.
Becoming a franchisee is knowing or learning how to follow a system and sticking to the system.
That's very important. Otherwise there's no point of investing into a franchise business if you want to reinvent the wheel or innovate the wheel. The whole idea of investing in a franchise business is that you don't want to spend time in testing and measuring. You want a proven system that has helped businesses, that has helped franchisees across the globe, and you just want to follow that, replicate that. So, there's no point reinventing the wheel, I would say.
Franchising has been popular in India for a few years. Looking at the type of franchise that you operating and you're running, and to have that success and that growth, rapid growth in India, it's amazing that it still continue to be very popular.
It continues to be popular, and I can vouch for it. Now being a part of this franchising business for a little over 5 years, and representing an organization which in the last 5 years, I would say, has gone global. I can say India is now the biggest market for franchisors. Every single franchisor that's operating at a global level is looking at India as the biggest market for them. So the next decade is for India, and if anyone is really wanting to look at serious growth, this is the market to be in. And there are multiple reasons for it. India has the purchasing capacity. People are open at investing into concepts that bring experience. Now people just don't want to buy a business or run a business because of the problem it solves, but it is also about bringing new experiences in our territories. People want to try new kind of businesses, and entrepreneurship as a concept is at a growth in India. And when you're looking at becoming an entrepreneur, there are two ways to look at it. You build everything right from scratch, or you invest into a proven business model, and that's where franchising really plays a very, very important role. So I would say that's India is now the biggest market for franchising all at a global level, to say.
I heard this phrase more than one, is this: tell us your why. Why do you really want to do this? What motivation do you have to get involved in this kind of business?
It's an interesting journey, I would say, William. I come from a business family, and I've seen, my everyone in my family, in the initial years struggling to build businesses and get the right guidance. My brother left his studies in the high school to join my family business, because we lost a father at a very early stage, and he became the head of the family. And I've seen the struggles, of how he managed and how he ran the businesses. And I even when I graduated, I always wanted to be an entrepreneur. So I've done my master's in filmmaking, and after a couple of years of work experience, I set up my own film production house. And not to say it kind of bumped in the very first year, and we were not even able to survive through first 12 months. So I've seen the hardships of what it takes to build businesses in the family, in my own personal experience. And when I got this opportunity, I remember, when I met Mr. Maria in early of December 2019, we just had about a 10-15 minute conversation. And he said that, the opportunity that I have for you is, helping businesses grow. Would you be up for it? And I was like, why not? This is something that I've always wanted. I've seen this struggle. If there's some kind of concept that's available, it would do wonders. And specifically coming from a tier two, tier three city, it is an alien concept for us. Now being a part of a community where I see my coaches impacting entrepreneurs, impacting lives on a day-to-day basis, it just feels to be at a very fulfilling space. Irrespective of the money, irrespective of the transactions, just getting those client testimonials and seeing the success stories is what provides us that kick, what keeps us going. So that's what it is. And on this way we have made some very good friends, we have grown, we run a very, very profitable business. And who doesn't want to be a part of this space? So my why is what I failed in the past, and I'm now trying to give back to the community that needs it the most. And I'm enjoying doing that space, enjoying that experience.
I hope you have gained some valuable insights into the world of franchising. Please make sure to like and subscribe and share with your network. Also, click the link below to learn more about franchising with Action Coach.